Hey y'all, I want to talk about personal liberty. Your personal liberty is not something that is dictated by your government. It's not something that was handed to you or allowed by your government. Your personal liberty is something that you were created with. That's right, I said created. My Bible tells me that God created the heavens and the earth. And I know I'm going to lose some of you right there because some of you don't believe in God. But guess what? That is your personal liberty, to believe or not to believe. God created you with that personal choice. That choice to say, I believe that God created the heavens and the earth. Or the choice to believe that it's all hogwash and that He didn't, that everything is here just by chance. You have the right or the personal liberty to believe that. My Bible also tells me not only did He create the heavens and the earth, but He created the animals, He created man, He created woman. And then it goes on to say that He placed that man and woman in a garden, and He gave them one rule: to not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. One rule He gave them, and they decided to disobey that rule. And why would God give them that rule? Why would God place such a law on Adam and Eve, the first man and woman? Well, it's because He wanted them to have personal liberty. He wanted them to have a choice. Think about your kids or your significant other. Do you want them to love you because they're just programmed to love you like a robot? Do you want a robot? Or do you want them to have a choice to love you and respect you and to make that choice? Well, that's exactly why God gave Adam and Eve that choice. He gave them and designed them and created them just like He did you and me, with personal liberty. Because He did not want human beings that were programmed to choose to love, honor, and respect Him. He wanted people to do that by a choice. That choice is your personal liberty, which you are created with. You have the right to wake up in the morning and say, I think I'll go to work today. Or you have the right to lay at home and say, I think I won't go to work today. I think I'll be lazy today. Well, each one of those choices has a consequence. Even though we have the liberty to make up our mind and choose what direction to go every day, that's given to us by God. That's not given to us by our country. But whatever choices that we make have consequences. If we decide to get up and go to work, or get up and be productive, that's going to have a positive consequence. Your needs will be met. If you decide that you're going to stay home and not work and be lazy, then that's going to have a negative consequence. What'll happen is your needs won't be met. You'll go homeless. You'll go hungry. You'll get dirty. You'll get sick and you'll die. That's the consequence of being lazy and not working. And I'm not saying this to poke fun at lazy people. I'm just talking about consequences for your actions. You have the liberty to decide whether you're going to steal or not to steal. That's a personal freedom that you have. You can say, I'm going to go out tonight and I'm going to steal something. Or you can say and choose to stay home with your family and not steal something. That's a personal choice that you have the liberty to make. But don't think that that does not come with consequences. Both of those choices have a consequence, either positive or negative. Stealing is going to have a negative consequence. You're going to end up in jail. Staying at home or not staying at home, go out. Don't break the law. That has a positive consequence. You're not going to go to jail for that. Think about the church in China or the church in third world countries that are not allowed by their country to worship. Even though their country tells them they don't have the liberty to worship the one true God, they do have that personal liberty. They can, in their mind, worship and give thanks and praise to the one true God. So that's a personal liberty that nobody can take. So you have a personal liberty to do good, and you have a personal liberty to do evil. But don't think that there's not a consequence for your choices.